22nd, 2023, departing Babylon on train 6167 Express to New York. Limited stop train. You could actually call this train tonight the New York Rangers Express. I'd say the majority of the passengers on this train are wearing Ranger jerseys. They're having a game tonight against the New Jersey Devils. Hopefully the Devils will come back and tie up the series. We're on board M9 car 9049. Next stop is Amityville. You'll see all the Ranger fans on the platform.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is
Wedding going on. Not a great day for it. It's Argyle Lake out there. The west end of Babylon interlocking. Central branch just took off to the right. No, I am not going to the Rangers game. This Irish Catholic, believe it or not, is going to attend a bar mitzvah. I just hope the quote-unquote bar at the bar mitzvah is satisfactory. Since I'm not driving, I can drink all the wine that I want. Just send explicit instructions to my wife because she's attending it also. I told her we've got to get out of town before the Ranger game ends. It starts at 8 o'clock, I think, so it'll probably last at least until after 10. Approaching Lindenhurst Station, no stop. Next stop is Amityville. Downtown Lindenhurst, Wellwood Avenue. was a lifelong Islander fan. I was a big rooter when the Islanders were winning Stanley Cups in the 80s. That was an exciting time. 4 Stanley Cups in a row. No American hockey team has ever done that. No other American hockey team has ever done that, and I don't think another one ever will. Rangers last won in 1994. They just squeaked out a Game 7 win against the Vancouver Canucks. Favorite Ranger games? One stands out. It's back in 1975 in overtime at the 11-second mark. The Islanders' J.P. Parise scored an overtime goal to knock the Rangers out of the playoffs. Bobby Bourne's end-to-end rush in a playoff game in the early 80s. That was exciting. That was against the Rangers. That was another great game. But seriously, if I had to pick a Ranger game where the Rangers won that I really thoroughly enjoyed, is the game where Guy Lafleur went back to the Montreal Forum, scored a couple of goals for the Rangers. That was really exciting to watch. He was probably my favorite hockey player of all time. Few rail fan friends who are Ranger fans, and we fight all the time. Well, they get a lot of help being a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Year after year after year, they choke. They may do it again this year. But even if they beat Tampa Bay, they're not going to beat Boston. Boston goes on and wins the Stanley Cup, which everybody expects them to do. They'll go down in history as the greatest hockey team ever. 65 victories. Record-breaking point total. Amityville. Fleet of MU expresses out of Babylon and make limited stops. It's punctuated by occasional diesel trains that come out of the East End like Patchogue, Spionk, Montauk.
Penn Station. The next station is Massapequa.
Amityville interlocking here into Nassau County. Sunrise Highway that we're going to parallel for quite a distance. Massapequa Park. Soon you'll see the new storage track that was built to handle trains for the east side access. Here it is.
This station is Massapequa.
See how many Ranger jerseys we see here. Yeah, there's a couple. There's some more. A lot more got on at Babylon. M9's.
This station is
Some people love them, some people hate
This
them.
is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Belmore.
We were talking about that. Some of the other parents, they were almost very surprised that Watertown School was going that good. I'm like, yeah, but the crazy thing is, by the time they lost it, we're always good. Both of them.
Yeah, they got two very good pitches there. Did someone get out? I wonder if he's out.
Oh, no, Matthew's still.
Is he the one that pitched the notes in the left?
Yeah.
Well, the Toronto Maple Leafs won Game 2 by a big score. Their goal scorers did the job for them. Matthews, Nylander,
Station is Belmore.
Tavares. They're playing tonight.
Tampa, the other pitcher.
Game 3 in Tampa.
Yeah.
Go Leafs, go.
I think they're playing on Chiefs Day.
Are they really?
Yeah, Chiefs Day every year for the baseball teams.
That'd be a good game.
Everybody expects them to choke.
It's not?
Yeah, because
I mean, they're overdue. To say that they're overdue is a gross understatement.
When they're not gonna let him pitch already, you know, right?
yeah, I guess for whatever reason. I don't know if it's a league game or
That's let him pitch and let him let him pitch. He doesn't watch it. What's the matter? No,
Station Seafords.
There's another dude. This is good. They don't have a game like a league game that means something. It's just
yeah. Maybe they were giving us
I remember watching games on Cablevision, the MSG network or whatever it was, back in the 70s. Ranger games with Jim Gordon and the big whistle, Bill Chadwick. Bill Chadwick was probably the most homer color commentator you could ever get. He always found a way to compliment something. He could fan on a puck trying to shoot for a goal, and he'll say, "Oh, he looked very good swinging that puck, Jim."
that'd be a cool game.
I'll never forget his comment, "Shoot the puck, Barry. Shoot the puck, Barry. Shoot the puck, Barry." God, I heard that in my sleep for a month. Yeah, you can see, this is Wantagh. The sky looks very gloomy. Hopefully the Ranger fans will be gloomy after tonight's game. No, I'm not a Ranger fan. But don't worry, you Ranger fans, I catch a lot of help from people. Like I said, being a Leaf fan is not easy. You get laughed at incessantly without end.
No,
But I do love, I'll tell you, the Bruins team this year is incredible. They seem to have no weaknesses. They won last night over Florida. pressure to win the cup when you have a regular season like the one they did, breaking point records and win records. Anything short of a Stanley Cup championship, it's a failure. There have been other teams that have won 60 plus, like Tampa Bay did it once, Detroit did it once, and they didn't win the cup. The only team that ever did 60 wins and won the cup were the Canadians in the 76-77 team. Up to this, to stop that many shots. I remember he shared goaltending duties with Bunny LaRock. Both of them had goals against of like a little over 2. And again, with that defense, you really don't have that much work to do. If they played for the 1974-75 Washington Capitals, they would have had plenty of work to do. That year, that team lost 67 games.
This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Freeport.
Yeah, this is a real hot shot. Makes Freeport, Jamaica, and I think due to construction, they're not stopping at Woodside today. I would imagine at Jamaica, a lot of Ranger fans will get on. I'll be surrounded by Ranger fans. Ah. Remember when Phil Esposito came to the Rangers back in the late 70s or mid 70s? He was unhappy. He did not like playing with the Rangers. He had great years with the Bruins and he thought he was safe there. And then they traded him. He was bitching and moaning in the newspapers like crazy, I recall. That was Merrick we just passed. Thank you. We passed Merrick. I should point out that they used to have a radio station there. I think it was WGBB 1240. Their sports commentator there was a former Ranger player by the name of Pete Stemkowski. I remember listening to him broadcast sports. I know there are a lot of Ranger fans who watch my channel, so hopefully this video will be of interest to you, both as Ranger fans and Rail fans. Hockey fans too.
Freeport.
Yeah, Freeport. This is Port Interlocking. Let's see how many Ranger fans are here. Yeah, not too many here.
This station is Freeport. This is the train to Penn Station. The next station is Jamaica.
Yeah, this train's pretty fast. From Babylon to Penn Station takes 57 minutes. Trying to think of some other Ranger memories. I remember when John Ferguson was the coach in the mid-70s, he redesigned the Ranger uniforms to have that big Ranger crest with the New York and the slanted Rangers underneath.
He's a demanding guy. You know, like,
I really didn't care for that
he only
design.
wants to make up his game or 2 games.
Must have like the present one better with the blue or the white. He was general manager of the Winnipeg Jets also, and he had a similar design on the players' uniforms there.
So he's like, if
John Ferguson was a real tough guy with the Canadians for many years.
a couple days later, he got back to me. It was like maybe 4, 5 or 6 days later, he got back to me. Like, took a copy and paste of, I could make it work it out, or, I just make it work out. He was pissed. And then we talked, and he was going off. He was like, I do so much for this league.
This is the train
I always
to
do this, that,
the
this, that.
Penn Station.
The
next station is
like,
Jamaica. As a courtesy to others,
He's
please leave your personal belongings in the overhead
like, I'm
racks.
more of that metal thing now. He's like, I don't want to go and then back to the field. Like, I want to be able to drain, whatever. I'm like, fine.
Well, another Ranger game that I remember fondly was, I think it was 2008. They went up to the Bell Center in Montreal, and they scored 5 goals. They were ahead 5-0. They were like ready to beat them in that game. Canadians came back and won it in a shootout, 6-5. I have that game on DVD. I must have worn out the disc.
I was like, I'll do it.
Baldwin.
We should be in the backseat where that's like.
Yeah.
Sun's trying to come out.
That called me out for a very good right. He's like Paul Portis. Yeah, she's good. Of course.
Yeah, hockey's an interesting sport. I've always been into it. So many hockey teams around here. You got the Islanders, the Rangers, the Devils, the Flyers. A friend of mine goes to college in Altoona, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he schlepped all the way out here for the weekend to go to that Ranger game. I would be shocked if he didn't do that. I mean, he'd spill his blood for the Rangers. One of his friends is a Devils fan, so I bet you the two of them have been going at it tooth and nail. Rockville Center, really rolling.
Every weekend, there's at least 2 or 3 teams getting like this. They have 14 teams on the team. That's why teams can No, they don't. Especially the old league out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, approaching Lynbrook, you're going to see a place that I used to get model trains from that's still in business. When I was a kid, like 6 years old, my dad would take me to this place to get model trains. It's coming up here. Trainland, right there. That was the scene where Bobby got rubbed out on The Sopranos. This is Lynbrook.
Just talk to America about that, explain it.
Yeah. I mean, we're fine if Pepsi wants to do it.
She's slowing down for something going in and out of the
No,
West
that's like
Hempstead
them,
branch.
Like they're away in Westchester, and then it's over the go down, right? It's where you go summer. Well,
two tracks over there. It's the Long Beach branch. It just came in on the left before Lynbrook.
But it's not annoying.
It's it. Like, what was it? Oh, you combine like these.
It's always not only the social, but I don't think she can do it. She's a woman. I'm gonna talk to Noah. Like, listen, she's trying to be able to commit all the time. She has to lose more practice, or meaning like she's not gonna make our practice. Or she's not gonna make the super wide practice. She can't miss softball.
Right.
I'll tell you, the West Hempstead branch is a branch that I'm really impressed with these days. Service is like more than doubled on it.
She might not make the team.
Every hour there's a train each way. No more West Hempstead scoots. No more Valley Stream stops on those West Hempstead trains. Something that's created some angst among some of the commuters. If you want to connect to the Far Rockaway or the Long Beach branch of Valley Stream, you have to go all the way to Jamaica to do it. But the reasoning behind that was to avoid crossover moves at Valley Stream, delaying other trains. You just come right off the branch and get right on the Montauk branch and go. Or come east on the Montauk branch and switch to the West Hempstead branch. Less fuss, less muss. I wonder if they're going to switch us to the Atlantic branch here. See that far track over there? It's a yard track. They used to store the West Hempstead scoot there. Oh yeah, we are switching to the Atlantic branch. This is Valley Interlocking. I never filmed a ride on the Atlantic branch before, at least east of Jamaica. There's a Sperry rail car. There's Valley Tower. That's an active tower. There's the Fort Rockaway branch over there that just came in. And here's Valley Stream Station. Track 1 of the Atlantic branch. Still threading Valley Interlocking. Green Acres Shopping Mall. And today, folks, would be a great day to stand on the platform at Rosedale as the planes are landing right over the station. I think it's runway 24. Green Acres Mall over there. Just about at the Queens line here. I'll tell you where it is. Yeah, right there. You stand on the west end of the platform when the planes are landing on runway 24 and they go right over you. Okay, we're going over the Bell Parkway now. And we say goodbye to Sunrise Highway. Station is Laurelton. Next station after this is Locust Manor. Believe it or not, years ago there used to be a couple of other stations on this section of the branch. Higbee Avenue and Cedar Manor. Station is Locust Manor. This residential complex here is Rochdale Village. Cloudy again. This train gets in at 5:05, almost 3 hours before game time. People have time to get some dinner, I guess. Friend of mine who lives in Houston, Texas. He's a Queens native. He's like go-go, rah-rah Chicago Cubs, New York Rangers, New York Giants. Oh yeah, yeah. He's always posting stuff. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. Rangers win, Rangers win. I've been texting him every now and then. We're always insulting each other. The Eagles and the Phillies, and he's saying things that are, you know, this is a family channel. I can't tell you what he says to me about that. I can't tell you what people say to me about what they think of the Leafs. Like I said, it's a family channel. The Leafs blow it again this year, it'll just be another chapter, another barrage of limitless insults. There's actually an interlocking out here on this section of the branch that I didn't know about. It's called Beaver.
Well, they're only soft, so
You should see it, the switches.
no, there's no soft.
Jamaica.
There's another one. It's getting out.
Kind of neat to take this route into Jamaica.
It's so much.
So close to it.
I think we passed it. I just saw the pedestal facing the wrong way. Okay, about to cross under the main throat of Jamaica, the east end. Full interlocking. Yeah, something's about to enter the branch. There's the Protect engine, MP15 168. That train there is going to Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway has all this nice, brand new through service to Manhattan now. His old whole tower.
Oh, he does?
Next stop, Penn Station, New York. Beautiful.
No, I think that when there was when we had a problem with one coaches first.
We're entering track 5. Unusual for a westbound on the weekends.
You always feel like you're bothering them.
See more Ranger fans on the platform. To my right. Over there you can see tracks 11 and 12. There's an Atlantic Terminal train parked over there. Way over in the distance. People are getting a lot of exercise, changing trains in Jamaica. I'm telling you, Long Island Railroad commuters are going to be the healthiest, most muscular commuters anywhere in North America.
This station is Jamaica.
He tries to get one for this area, one for that.
Penn Station. Stopping at Penn Station.
There's a Babylon train coming in on track 7.
What do you guys think?
Oh, they've been good. I mean, they've got guys.
Time now 447, step in, stand clear of the closing train.
Who gets to that?
Yeah.
Okay, threading J interlocking.
What time is it?
5:45.
But that's just that. The other games will be 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, not
Three girls
gonna-
are not so expensive.
Yeah, so not gonna.
Now let's talk more hockey. Let's see. More Ranger stories. Do I have any Ranger stories? Let's see. Yeah. Broke my heart when the Highlanders lost to the Rangers in 1979. I'll never forget Dennis Potvin sitting along the boards with his head down looking like a kid who didn't get anything for Christmas. You see these tracks over here? Those are the tracks that the Brooklyn trains use when they come out of tracks 11 and 12.
Yes.
unusual view for a westbound here at Jamaica. We're going down track number 2 here. Here comes a Ronkonkoma train here. Ranger fans don't like Dennis Potvin. He supposedly injured Ulf Nilsson. He was one of those 2 Swedish sensations the Rangers picked up from the WHA. Anders Hedberg and Ulf Nilsson. They were great hockey players. I remember Ron Duguay in the early 80s. The girls loved him. My ex-wife's niece was crazy about him. That's all she talked about 24 hours a day. I remember him and a few of the other Ranger players did that commercial, Ooh La La Sassoon. Used to change the channel whenever that came on. I think Phil Esposito was part of that group. Ron Greshner. We're going down track 2. West end of J. Thumping over the switches. Taking most unconventional routings tonight on this train. Trackage, branch trackage. Tell you, since East Side Access opened in late February, this line has gotten incredibly busy. I mean, it's always been busy, but it's busier now. This is Kew Gardens. This is a neat place to watch trains, but the trains aren't going very fast, especially going east. It's better at Forest Hills. Forest Hills, they're moving faster in both directions, and you got a signal bridge on the west end with position lights. Might go there one day next week. Station. Incredible traffic on this line. And this is a weekend. Those M9 K2H horns blowing. You notice that span over the road that had no track on it? That used to be where the eastbound track to the Rockaway branch was. The long Canucks for the Stanley Cup. I mean, they squeaked it out in the 7th game. I mean, the thing I remember about that is the Ranger fans were celebrating peacefully, and they were rioting in Vancouver. I mean, you don't think of Vancouver as being a city where people get rowdy. But they've been known to do that on a couple of occasions when they lost the Stanley Cup finals. This is wood interlocking. The wood side. I got 458. Doing the Penn at 505. Signal bridge 30. There's the Manhattan skyline with all those tall, spindly buildings there. You'll never get me on the top of one of those things. Approaching the Harold Interlocking Complex. Extremely busy railroad through here between us and Amtrak. Get to see some of the portals for the Grand Central branch. Far end there. The track is for Tunnel 4. Well, there's a train from Grand Central to Long Beach coming out of the tunnel. That's line 4. There's another tunnel for 2 and 3 and another one for 1. This is all part of Harold. You'll get to see the old interlocking tower. Right there. There's a building here. Amtrak going east. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Probably around Tuesday.
Heading to Boston. Yeah, we got to see some interesting sights on the way here. Tunnels they're building. I think they're trying to access Midday Yard from the west. There's a New Jersey Transit push-pull. Cab car 6005. Coming out of Sunnyside Yard. I think he's coming out of it, not going in. Got a rather filthy looking ALP 46A. As we're getting ready to go down into tunnel number 4, line 4, the East River Tunnel. commentary. A little bit of hockey talk and railroad talk. Now I hope the bar mitzvah is good. Ah, look at them all. They're everywhere. My goodness sakes. There's our train. Ranger City here. I'm actually taking video of Ranger fans. What's the matter with me? I think somebody would have given me a straitjacket. Now look at this Penn Station concourse on the Long Island Railroad. It's really starting to look good. Lots of breathing room in here. An escalator over to 7th Avenue there. For years has been kind of a dank, dreary, depressing place, but it's looking more and more effervescent. You can actually walk the corridors around here without touching things on the side. Between this and the Moynihan Hall, Penn Station is actually starting to look good all the way through. Got these nice airport-style track indicator signs here. Lit up in a bright yellow. It really looks sharp. This is a weird sight on a Saturday evening after 5, seeing a Far Rockaway train originating out of here. For years they would come out of Atlantic Terminal. And now these Far Rockaway passengers have the luxury of Manhattan through service all the time. Quit complaining. Yeah, going up the escalator to 7th Avenue. Take a look at this great expanse here that didn't exist for a lot of years. And coming out of this escalator, you get a staring right at the Empire State Building. Well, here it is. This is where all those Ranger fans are going. This big round thing that's called Madison Square Garden. This thing replaced the old Penn Station head house building. One of the greatest acts of vandalism to have ever occurred. They tore that great, beautiful building down and built this thing. Man, look at all of them blue shirts. Where's Dean? He's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, what's going on? Oh, man.
I guess.
Well, if I find any foam on the ground, chances are Dean is attached to it. I wouldn't be surprised if I ran into him. Oh boy. VIX-11 is interviewing this Ranger fan.
Safe tonight.
They're all saying how great it is for them to be at home against the Devils. Can't believe I'm here.